Congress is back to work already, trying to get rural flood victims the help that they need. RFD-TV's Sarah Mock is live in our Washington, D.C. studios for an update on their efforts. Sarah?
Well, good morning, Christina. We are watching closely as folks take to the Senate floor to discuss a disaster relief bill actually originally intended for victims of 2018 disasters, those fires, those hurricanes, tornadoes even. And we hear from leaders that that bill will be expanded to include victims of the Midwest flooding. Now, of course, one of the leaders we've been watching has been Chuck Grassley of Iowa. He took to the Senate floor last night to kind of really bring attention to some of these issues, particularly in Iowa, and bring some national focus to what has really taken a back seat here in Washington in the last few days.
This team has been in trenches, working hand in hand with local officials and county emergency coordinators. The estimated damage so far across our entire state to be $1.6 billion. The damage is estimated for agriculture is $214 million, damages to homes $481 million, levee repair estimates $525 million.
Now, we talked to Senator Grassley just a little bit earlier this morning, and he really emphasized that those numbers are very rough and they're estimated as of right now. He does expect them to rise. We're hearing figures as high as $3 billion in flood damage across the states that have been affected so far. And of course, we do expect the number of affected states and areas to grow in the coming weeks. Now, we have heard a little bit more about this bill. There aren't a lot of details. Senator Grassley says he has not seen it yet, the version that will be discussed today. But in addition to that bill, he's doing some work as the chairman of the Finance Committee to get folks some tax relief who are dealing with this disaster so that they can push back that date and do a little bit more preparation since they are now dealing with this disaster. He's also working on some changes on Chapter 12 bankruptcy laws as is under his purview as part of the Finance Committee. Now, of course, we will see those leaders traveling to the Midwest. He says he'll be going with Undersecretary Bill Northey on Friday to visit those damaged areas. And until then, he's really keeping an eye on the debate as it moves forward here in the Senate. This disaster assistance bill has already been passed in the House, so we expect a possible quick movement. And one of the things he really emphasized is that FEMA he expects will be offering indemnity payments for folks who had stored grain damaged or destroyed in the flood. That's one of the things he said, yes, that will be included in the bill for folks affected by these floods.
Thank you so much, Sarah. And we will be coming back to RFD-TV's Washington Bureau as we move into the noon hour. With flooding as it continues to move downstream from Nebraska, there are still warnings in effect.